Right? I don't see nobody.
You know I'm worth it. In the foreign hoe, it came with curtains. You can't shake my hand, bitch, you dirty.
Ready?
And we are back. What's up, she shedders? As always, I always appreciate you guys coming in and always supporting and sending all the comments and the feedback and sending me those hearts and those thumbs ups. I appreciate all of that. You know, it's been real difficult to do the show and create content and have good things to, deliver you every week, but I am finding myself loving it, and I really appreciate all of the support from everybody, especially Miss Lovey, the queen of all things indie. So now, on the first half of the show, we talked a little about 2022 taxes and the season that is upcoming. I gave some tips out. Make sure that you share those with your friends and your family, and even to yourself if you need them. We also talked about tricking and how these men be coming off of this money and don't be wanting to. So, we got a lot of feedback about that, and I really appreciate the participation. We talked about the sugar mama or the Splendor daddy, Splendor mama,
Splendor
not
daddy.
having what it takes to get out there and be a full-fledged sugar daddy, not having them funds and stuff. So, get your money up. Okay.
A Splendor daddy.
I was looking at something earlier this week, and man, it really, really hit me kind of deeply. And it was talking about friendships amongst Black women. And you know what? I have definitely some of the absolute best homegirls in the world. I consider these like my ride or dies. And anything happened to me, I know who I can look to. I don't have to call them out, but I'm telling you, like, I have some of the most realest ass friends in the planet. Like, I'm telling you, there's nothing that I could go through that I could not look to them, and they help me out with my situations. And likewise, they could come to me for anything. And I'd be down to go to the hospital or chunk piss in that bitch car after she cheat with your man, all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play no games when it comes to my girls, right?
I'm the same way.
And yet I am still not team no new friends. I'm open for more female or women, not female, because anything could be a female, right? Yeah. So, female dogs are what? You know what I'm saying? And female butterflies are what? But I am a female human, which makes me a woman, right? And I could go for some more woman friends. I'm not team no new friends. So, one thing that I was looking at was all of the relationships that we see on the media when it comes to Black women have been kind of negative. They talk a whole lot about, Black women and how catty and uncivilized and uneducated and hypersexual that we are. And it really kind of makes us fearful of one another. And it's just not right. And I know that Black women like myself need more support from those that I look like and who are experiencing some of the same things that I'm experiencing within my communities. So I am making a push out there into my She Shed listener group. And I would just like to let you know, if you are lonely and you want more women friends, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be doing all kind of stuff, ripping and running or whatever. Maybe you could rip and run with me. And if you have things that you are going through in your life and you need a listening ear and a shoulder to cry on, or if you just want to hang out and sip on some cognac because that's what I do, hit your girl up, super duper underscore trunk rattler. And I gotta ask you, Miss Loving, when was the last time you made a new woman friend?
Well, I love making new friends. I am saddened that women are intimidated, and I have to say, not yes, just intimidated by me or put off by me or whatever. And I'm not from here. So
Yeah.
it makes it a little difficult to make new friends because it's like a lot of these women, they've known each other from around the way. They went to school together. They know mutual people. I've been here for a while, but it still doesn't compete with people that went to high school here and middle school here, and they've known people and seen people they whole, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
lives and shit. So I'm always the new girl, and it's always hard to make new friends. And a lot of people, or most people, are very suspicious of you, and when you're trying to be their friend, they think that you want something, or there's this, you know what I mean? It's just difficult.
Yeah.
So I guess work-wise would be, you're a new friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I tried to befriend a young lady before, but sometimes in the process of trying to be friends with someone, you realize, like, hey, this is not my vibe. So you kind of have to just let them fall off. But
two ships sailing away in the distance. And that happens. That does happen. And I think that we have to be a little bit more open to making those investments into our friendships versus our romantic relationships, because for love, man, we are willing to do anything. I'm telling you, we I ain't gonna go down the list, but we just got off a topic of tricking, so we already know how that could go. But there is a very particular type of loneliness that comes from living a very unique lifestyle and an experience and not having anyone to, go into that sadness with you already. I know that I myself have grown up in situations where I was the only Black girl in this class, or the only Black woman sitting at this, table of professionals. And I've always felt somewhat lonely in some of the circles that I run into. And, it's always good to have a friend or somebody who I can actually talk to, and they can also talk to me about that same similar experience, which makes living in this world a little bit more tolerable. And I also wanted to move to Black women are are your allies. We are not your enemies. I know that sometimes, when we see some of the media on television and other places, where all you see is Black women fighting on each other and spreading rumors and lies and things like that, and being so quick to want to jump up and get beat down, and
right.
right, and it's difficult out here to try to trust people, because you see, from every direction, it's like they try to make us fearful of our own communities. They try to make us fearful of one another, that we might attack one another or steal from each other or embarrass one another or whatever. Those types of things, yeah, they might happen or whatever. But if you vet your friends and the people who are coming into your life against what you know is right and what is righteous to you, you can find friends out here. I know myself, I work hard, and I still have room in my life for more friends. I work one job. I got a small business. I do the radio show. I run these niggas and stuff. I still got I still got time, you know what I'm saying, to hang out with some girls and sip on some cognac, because that's what I do. But that story has really been told a million times, like Black women can't get along with one another, and that's just not true. I have some friends that our relations have lasted more than 20 uh 22 years. I still have some of my friends. Shout out LaShawna Livingston. Me and her became friends in like the second or third grade, and we still rock.
That's crazy.
That's my homie, if don't nobody. And and I have some of my tightest family who we never really, got together until just recently. And so now we're friends, and people come in and out of your life at certain points. And I just wanted to put out there that, if you are looking for friendship or whatever, hit your girl up. I'm definitely down to hang, to ride. And but if you're gonna hang and ride with me, and I, whatever, I'm gonna need you to do some dirt for me every now and then.
And
And
you
so
gotta be also. I mean,
friendship ain't free.
some people don't have friends because they're shitty people. Like,
Yeah.
before you go
Mhm.
trying to befriend people, like, get your shit together. Like, don't be
That's
no
right.
like negative Nancy or opportunist or just down bad. Like, just
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, have some kind of something to bring to the friendship table.
Yeah.
Don't just come in looking to take, friendship, but come in
Bring
willing to bring
something
friendship and share friendship. You know what I'm saying?
and be good to people, and don't be so damn
Exactly.
stingy. You know how y'all love being stingy.
I be stingy with my friends
Yeah.
sometimes.
And
Once I have my friends, I be like, I don't be wanting to share my
I'll be a little stingy every now and then too.
friends. Ow.
Did you hear about Nikita Brown in Chicago?
Who that is, friend?
Man, back in August, this girl was out here, a black sister just like you and me, beautiful, walking her dog on Northern Avenue Beach in Chi-Town. Been out there to my folks. I fuck with that Chicago hard. And she was out there walking her dog, and a policeman came up on her. He was telling her to leave the park or whatever, the beach essentially. And she he physically assaulted her, grabbed the phone out of hand, was wrestling her to the ground.
What? When did this happen?
This happened in August, but
Okay.
the Chicago PD already. What's going on, baby boy? The Chicago PD just released the body cam footage from the
Ooh.
police officer, and it just shows how he was really harassing her. I just want to remark just a little bit on what the body cam verbiage was. The officer says, "Once I put handcuffs on you, you're going to jail, and you're going to lose your dog."
No, he didn't threaten the dog.
Yes, and then Brown
Bullshit,
said,
nigga.
Brown screamed at him, "Let go!" And then he said, "Are you going to leave the park?" She said, "Let go, get off of me." He says, "Are you going to leave the park?" She said, "Let go, get off of me." Then he says, "Answer my question." She says, "Let go, get off of me." And he says to her, "You are under arrest."
Mm.
So I just want to, encourage you ladies, like if you are out there moving around in these streets doing this kind of thing, you are completely within your rights to protect yourself. So I really want y'all to, if you are not walking around with a weapon 24 hours a day, if you're moving around 24 hours a day, get you one. On the night that Jesus was talking with his disciples before he came to be slain the next day, he told them, if you don't have a sword, sell your coat and get one. You got to protect yourself out here in these streets.
Damn.
Anything could happen to you. And
But what you think would have happened if she had a weapon? Like, she wouldn't have been able to do nothing without the situation being even more worse for her, as far as assaulting a police officer, and then he having a reason to do what he did, because he'll be like, she threatened me, she had a weapon, I felt threatened. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be ready for anything. You don't know what's going on out here. They still searching for that little boy in Louisiana.
Damn.
A woman got ran up on her front doorstep the other day. They found two more dead bodies of women in St. Louis.
Right.
It's stuff going on out here in the streets, and you got to be prepared. Whether it be the police, whether it be your brother, your sister, whatever, COVID, all that shit, it's coming for you. You got to be ready. So I was talking about this a little bit, and I just wanted to advise some of my listeners that I do have a friend named Damian Trent. He is a firearms instructor. He can get you certified to carry. He's with State 28 Armory.
But you don't need to be certified to carry now. But
You don't, but you do need to be trained.
Yeah,
Everybody
you do
don't
need to
need
be
their
trained.
hands on no gun. You need to be trained.
Facts.
Folks be going out here looking down the barrel and shit. They don't know what they
It's
doing.
just super crazy.
Super, 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 super bad. Like, if you're gonna be out here handling weapons or whatever, you definitely need to be trained. Don't just buy one and think you got it. Like that's how shooting yourself in the head happens,
Damn.
and shooting your people. You know, there's a lot of people out here carrying a lot of guilt from not knowing how to handle a firearm or whatever. So, you know, it's in your best favor, in your best benefit if you could get trained, and not just in firearms, but you know, tactical. You know, you got to learn how to fight.
Right.
Somebody run up on you and you don't have no weapon on you, you're gonna have to scramble out of that.
Right.
And you got to understand where your points are in your body. As women, you know, we have been attacked throughout history, and we ain't got to really travel down that road to know all of the traumatic things that have happened to us through time.
Right.
But you know, you got to learn how to fight, where your pressure points, where to kick them, where to bite them, where to jab them in the eye, you know, hit them in the throat, whatever you got to do. But you need to be trained. Don't just be out here trying shit.
Right.
I did have some other topics that I really wanted to go over, but we went over our time because we were talking about tricking, and you know how we love that shit. But next time you come, we're going to talk about self.
Yes.
What it is, how can you improve it, how to raise it, what it means to your chakras, what it means to your body, what it means to your family and your friends. So we got more topics coming up next week. And as always, we are here every Wednesday from 8 to 9 p.m. right here on I Love to Jam Radio. I bid you adieu. Peace, everybody.